about playing standing up. Now, as a bassoonist, this is a little bit a feat of nature because oftentimes we are sitting in a chair. But playing standing up is great for solo performance. Also, I've had great chamber music experiences performing standing up. If you want to add the versatility to your style of playing, here are some of my tips and tricks to help you out with this. For me, I like to use the BG strap, the one that is just a single strap that goes over one shoulder. I have tried all of the other BG straps, and this one is my favorite for several reasons. The one that they have that goes over both shoulders, like a pair of suspenders, that one is good in some ways at balancing the weight, but it has the center point right here at the chest, and I find that when I've played with that one, it pulls. So unlike the single strap, which can come slightly allowing the bassoon to come more to your side, this one pulls right at the center, and I feel that it can pull the posture off at that upper chest portion. Also, as a female, I have found that it can smosh the girls, and that's just uncomfortable as a woman, and it's also not a good look. The other one also is, in my opinion, maybe not just a good look for women as well. The butterfly version that I know that they sold years ago, I'm not sure that it's still on the market. I know it hasn't been as popular, but it's the same kind of format where it slips over both the shoulders, but instead of having suspenders, it does like a butterfly V cut that comes to the center. I find that one does the same thing, that it pulls in the same place. It allows space for, I'm just gonna say it, for my size girls, but it also puts them on showcase because of the way it's cut out. It looks almost like all I can think is Madonna bustier, for lack of a better way to put it. And when I'm playing, I want my sound to be the focus of the performance, not the girls. So I stick with a single strap, but this also helps me, as I've said, to move the bassoon and position it off to the side of the body so that it's not coming almost directly in front of you and it's not pulling from that center point. This has a hook that's off to the side. So let's dig in and go ahead and put it on to show you how it works. Now, I do have to warn you, the camera is going to flip the angles on this, so listen very carefully to the directions. The strap portion is going to go on the right shoulder. I know it looks like my left shoulder, but it's on the right shoulder. This had me second guessing for a second. So as it's on the right shoulder, I choose the right shoulder instead of the left shoulder because the left shoulder is of course the arm that holds the weight of the bassoon. If you put the strap on the left side and then you also have the weight of the instrument on the left side, I have done this and I'm ambidextrous that I can play on both sides because I learned it incorrectly at first. It can put a lot of stress on this muscle right here, and I have found, interestingly enough, that notes such as B's, B flats, C's, all of those, as this muscle seems to tighten up more and more, those run sharp. Especially those notes and diminuendos at the end of the phrases. It's very hard to keep this shoulder soft when it's holding the weight of the bassoon as well as holding the left arm weight. So you have the full weight with the strap and the left arm weight. You'll notice the hook, let me see if I can get taller, the hook is coming off to the side at this point. So this is allowing for a much lower key point, so it's not hitting here at the center of the chest. The breathing portion, it allows for a lower depth of breath. Okay, so here we are with the bassoon. The little hook is going to, of course, fit into the hole on the boot joint of the bassoon and hold it directly in place. And then the bassoon should come across the body. Just like if you're sitting down, you want the bassoon at that same angle. And this I find really helps with technique as well because you have that element of the bassoon coming across the body just like as if you're practicing sitting down. The only main key difference that you have is the weight of the bassoon. And if you are having problems with the weight of the bassoon, I would suggest trying to use a crutch, because a crutch can also help with that balancing so that it does come across the body more easily and it can take some of that weight off the left arm. If you want to know more about this, I have a video on do you need a bassoon crutch, and I will of course link to that to help you out. Okay, so you've got the bassoon, you're wearing it, you're feeling comfortable, but you just don't feel as comfortable as you are sitting down. This is usually what happens to most of my beginners as they are standing up. They're like, okay, I got this. But their sound isn't as warm or as dark as when they're sitting down. And this is because standing up, some people will add more tension into the sound. So the way that I help my beginners get around this is by thinking of every bad wedding that I have ever been to. And I've been to a lot of them. Every wedding, you have that portion at the end where they start dancing, and maybe there have been one too many champagne toasts, and they played YMCA and everybody got down to that, and after they start playing YMCA they think that they've got the crowd, the DJ's going wild, and they add in the chicken dance. So hopefully you know what the chicken dance is. This is going to sound crazy, but it's one of the easiest ways to make sure that a bassoonist is staying loose as they're playing standing up. It relaxes bassoonists because it is so out there, you can't help but smile and let go of some of that tension. So you have the shaking of the hips, which opens the hips up, the shaking of the arms, which opens the front of the shoulders up, and then the quacking. Which of course opens the hands up, because the hands can tighten up as they're holding the weight of the bassoon on this left hand. So this can help open those up, and it helps them remember to stay conscious and aware of staying relaxed while playing. The other key tip that I have is making sure that that back is open. First they had the hip shake to help with that, but to make sure that air is moving all the way down, to go ahead and squat a little as you play. If they'll squat ever so slightly and then bring the bassoon to them, you can make sure that the back is flat. And as the back is flat and not rounded as they're playing, that air will move more easily down through into the belly, giving that warm, rich sound. Okay guys, I hope that you found this helpful. Maybe you got even a little bit of a chuckle out of it and something that you'd like to give a try to help keep your sound warm and open. I feel like I've posted a lot of videos on how to darken a bassoon reed, but the easiest way to darken a sound is by keeping the body open and flexible. And this is one of the ways that even though you might be standing up, you can still get that air moving effectively throughout all of the body, and also hopefully help you remove any chance of having any pain while you play. If you liked this, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and I would love to hear from you. Leave me a comment if you are trying playing standing up, or if you are working on using a different strap. I'd love to hear about your impressions of it. Sometimes you guys think of things that I haven't thought of, and I love hearing those comments. So please do take a second. It makes my day to hear from you. And if you want to keep up with me, there's always Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, you name it. I'm on all of them, and I'd love to keep up with you there as well. I will see you guys next time. Bye! Those of you who have been watching my videos for a while, you know that I use the thread color and thread color combinations in order to know which profile, which shape, and which cane type that I'm using. But when I have a consistent method that is working out, it's not uncommon for me to end up with a full reed box all with the same color. Oh, it itches. Oh, I'm like a bear. Oh. If you liked this